First agenda item is Head Start information. Dr. Gorman, you are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board, Dr. Ingram, ladies and gentlemen. The first item I submit to you is the Head Start budget expenditures report for November 2017 and December 2017, the Head Start credit card reports for November 2017 and December 2017, prospective new hires for November 2017, the 2018-19 refunding application, the 2018-19 recruitment plan, the 2018-19 selection criteria, and the community assessment update for approval.
Do we have a motion?
I make a motion to approve the Head Start budget expenditures report for November 2017 and December 2017, Head Start credit card reports for November 2017 and December 2017, prospective new hires for November 2017, the 2018-2019 refunding application, the 18-19 recruitment plan, the 2018-2019 selection criteria, and the community assessment update.
Second. We have a motion by Shannon Lee and a second by Ann Conder to approve the Head Start budget expenditures reports for November 2017, December 2017, Head Start credit card reports for November 2017 and December 2017, prospective new hires for November 17, 2018-19 refunding application, 2018-19 recruitment plan, 2018-19 selection criteria, and the community assessment update. Do we have any discussion?
I do have a question, just to try and figure out how we're going to do this from now on. So is this just like a first reading, or are we approving it to go to the full board? Is that what we're doing? Okay.
Right.
All right, thank you.
We will now call the question. All those in favor respond by saying aye. 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 All of those who are opposed respond by saying nay. The motion is approved by a vote of 2. Second agenda item is Childhood Development Education Program Curriculum Adoption. First reading. Dr. O'Gorman, you are recognized again.
Thank you. In August 8, 2017, South Carolina adopted new early literacy standards, which required us to revisit our curriculum to be in line with those new standards. You will see that the state selected materials for approval on December 11th. Materials were shipped to us on the 16th. We were able to present those materials on January 31st. The State Department is requiring districts to register to participate in training for selected materials by February 28th in order to get full funding for those materials. So you can see there's a really tight timeline. All the teachers were allowed to come and look at the materials. The overwhelming selection by those teachers was a Big Day in Pre-K by Houghton Mifflin Harcourt. Training requires that we send a team of 5 to be trained on March 14th. Obviously, we won't get through the full second reading for that. And so for your consideration, I would like you to approve the adoption of Big K and Pre-K Houghton Mifflin Harcourt for first reading and allow administration to register a district team to participate in that training.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
I move to approve the adoption of a Big Day in Pre-K. Is that Houghton Mifflin?
Houghton Mifflin.
Houghton Mifflin, thank you. Harcourt for the first reading and allow administration to register a district team to participate in training.
Second. We have a motion by Ms. Lee and a second by Ms. Conder to approve the adoption of a Big Day in Pre-K, Houghton Mifflin Harcourt for first reading and allow administration to register a district team to participate in training. Do we have any discussion? We will now call the question. All those in favor respond by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion is approved by a vote of 2.
Thank you.
Third agenda item is Heritage Keepers Abstinence Education 1 and 2 curricula. First reading. Dr. O'Gorman, you are again recognized.
Again, some background information. The Comprehensive Health Education Act of 1988 requires that each school board appoint a Comprehensive Health Education Advisory Committee to assist in the selection of curriculum components and materials. That committee is required to review all reproductive health education, family life education, and pregnancy prevention education materials before they are to be used in the schools. As you, I'm sure, recall, the board asked that committee to review Heritage Keepers abstinence education, which they did. They were provided an opportunity to present the materials before the Health Advisory Committee, and upon their recommendation, I ask that you approve the recommendation of the Health Advisory Committee to provide Heritage Keepers Abstinence Education 1 and 2 curricula as an instructional option for middle schools and high schools for reproductive health education and family life education.
Do we have a motion?
I move to approve the recommendation of the Health Advisory Committee to provide Heritage Keepers Abstinence Education 1 and 2 curricula as an instructional option for the middle schools and high schools for reproductive health education and family life education.
We have a motion by Ms. Lee, and I second the motion, and a second by Ms. Conder to approve the recommendation of the Health Advisory Committee to provide Heritage Keepers Abstinence Education 1 and 2 curricula as an instructional option for middle schools and high schools for reproductive health education and family life education. Is there any discussion? And I'd like to make a comment. After reviewing this, I'm very much taken with this approach to teaching abstinence. I call it abstinence, and I would prefer to call it that instead of sex education, but we are mandated, I believe, am I correct, to teach
Yes, ma'am.
sex education in our school district. This is a very good approach, I think, and I am really enthralled with it. I think it would be a good option as opposed to teaching some of those things that I've heard about that are out there, and I really am impressed with it. So, on that note,
Can I say one thing too?
go ahead.
I know that we have two big proponents of this program in our audience, Tammy Bryant, who works for Heritage, and Lisa Kearns, and I just want to say that we appreciate y'all for bringing this to our attention. I know you met with individual board members, and we're kind of the ones that got this before us, so thank you for doing that. I do think it's a great program, and I'm glad to see that the Health Advisory Committee has brought it to the board for approval.
Am I to understand, too, that there's some data out there on the success of this and how effective it's been in reducing teenage pregnancy and sexually transmitted diseases?
They were matched by age, gender, race, location, and also how they scored on survey scores. So this is recognized by the federal government as one of the most effective abstinence education programs in the country.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Any
Madam-
other discussion?
So, Madam Chair, if I may, I would also like to recognize Mr. Brian Roney. He's our PE Health and Athletics Director for the district, who helped facilitate that review for the Advisory Council.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we will now call the question. All those in favor respond by saying aye.
Aye.
All those who are opposed respond by saying nay. The motion is approved by a vote of 2. I think that may be all on my, I'm like you, Dr. Ingram. I'm losing track. Okay.
2018.
Summer, okay, there we go. I got it. I got it. Okay. Fourth item. Agenda is Berkeley County School District 2018 summer programs. Dr. O'Gorman, you are again recognized.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to recognize Dr. Kim McLaren.
Good evening. Each year, we bring the 2018 plan for our summer programs, or the plan for our summer programs, to the board. The middle schools offer summer content recovery. Our high schools offer initial and credit recovery. For middle schools, we do not plan to make any changes from what we've done in prior years. It is the exact same. We plan to run middle school content recovery June 11th through July 17th at the same cost as last year. High schools, we are very excited and we think we have a good opportunity for our students. Virtual South Carolina has the ability to accommodate our students this year. It represents a significant cost savings for our students. We will operate that program from June 11th to August 2nd. These are the virtual South Carolina dates. It also allows us to give more choices and opportunities for summer learning to our students. There will be just a $75 administrative fee per student. This covers the opening of a lab for half a day, 1 day a week. We've learned that our students do much better when we can reach out and help guide them during this process. So at this time, we ask that you approve the 2018 summer programs for Berkeley County School District middle and high schools as recommended by administration.
Thank you. Do we have a motion?
I move to approve the 2018 summer programs for the Berkeley County School District middle and high schools as recommended by administration.
We have I second. We have a motion by Ms. Lee and a second by Ms. Conder to approve the 2018 summer programs for Berkeley County School District middle and high schools as recommended by administration. Do we have any discussion?
I do have a question. For the high schools, I know that we're talking about doing the virtual school. In the description here, it said that all high schools are now 1-to-1, so students can use their devices to work. So does this mean that students will have their devices over the summer?
Yes, ma'am. Students participating in the summer program will be allowed to keep their devices to work on their schoolwork.
Okay.
And we're also taking the hotspots off the buses and putting them, Ms. Striggers's, in remote locations to help facilitate internet access at all areas of our county.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have an estimate of the cost savings that we're expecting?
Well,
I won't hold you to it if you give me a ballpark.
I'm not going to do the big figure. I will say that in the past, students have spent $150 for each credit recovery course, and they have spent $375 for each initial credit course they took during the summer. This year, we're going to offer a flat rate of $75, so it's enormous.
When and how will they register for these courses?
They register with their guidance departments. After we get through second reading with the board, we will release the registration forms that you have a copy of to the schools.
Excellent. Good, thank you.
We will now call the question. All those in favor respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those who are opposed, please respond by saying nay. The motion is approved by a vote of 2.
Thank you.
Thank you. Fifth item agenda is local board course approval, dental assistant 1. Dr. O'Gorman, you are again recognized.
I'd like to invite Ms. Tannelly to come forward and tell you how exciting it might be to be a dental assistant.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board, Superintendent Ingram. We are presenting to you the Dental Assisting 1 course. It is an innovative course. We looked at the talent demand study. The healthcare fields around here are growing, building a new hospital. The size of Berkeley County is growing. We know we have needs. With the dental assisting program, we have surveyed our students. We've surveyed industry. We have the background of the teacher to support it. We will use federal funds. It will cost us about $8,200 to put the first course in. And we're asking that you approve the Dental Assistant 1 for the first reading as a new innovative course in Berkeley County School District to expand into a new dental assistant pathway.
Do we have a motion?
I move that we approve the Dental Assistant 1 for first reading as a new innovative course in Berkeley County School District to expand into a new dental assistant pathway.
Second. We have a motion by Shannon Lee and a second by Ann Conder to approve Dental Assistant 1 for the first reading as a new innovative course in Berkeley County School District to expand into a new dental assistant pathway. Do we have any discussion?
Do we have any specific schools that we will be starting with, or will it be available district-wide?
We will, in Berkeley, we are famous for piloting something and then growing it to make sure we do it right the first time to expand. So Berkeley High School will be the location for this one, and the teacher is certified as a dental hygienist already. So she has the background to do this, and it's the best place. They already have kids that are interested at the middle and the high school. And Dr. Gorman wanted me to say this is the first in the state, so we are pioneering this for the state of South Carolina.
And we do have space there to house
in
this
the
dental chair, correct?
Yes, so the dental chair will go in the health science room.
Okay, good.
Yes. Eventually.
We will now call go ahead.
How soon before are the children from different schools able to take this? Will they be able to go to Berkeley if they want to start right away, or?
As we do with all of our programs, with EEDA, the Education Economic Development Act, when the students go through their IGP, if this is their career goal, it is an option for them to take a course at another high school.
Right away?
When it's available.
We will now call the question. All those in favor respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those who are opposed respond by saying no. The motion is approved by a vote of 2. Sixth agenda item is local board approved course, intermediate manufacturing. Dr. O'Gorman, you are again recognized.
This course is very important to us as we look at our economic outlook in Berkeley County. We're building Volvo in our backyard. Volvo introduced the Berkeley Adult Program, where they were training the adults for manufacturing to try to increase the amount of workers that we have locally. And when they did, they asked us to look at what we could do in our schools to help to prepare the future workforce. So with this study, again, manufacturing was one of the top priority sectors. We evaluated the course that they offer for adults, and we basically transformed the course into something we can offer in a 90-minute course for our students to certify them in an intermediate manufacturing program to get four areas of certification. We are looking at funding this course through federal and industry funds. Volvo is going to help us with this. It will cost us around $9,000 for each course. We will have one at each high school. And we're asking that you approve an intermediate manufacturing course for the first reading as a new innovative elective course for all high schools in Berkeley County School District.
Do we have a motion?
I move that we approve intermediate manufacturing for first reading as a new innovative elective course at all high schools in Berkeley County School District.
Second. We have a motion by Ms. Lee and a second by Ms. Conder to approve intermediate manufacturing for first reading as a new innovative elective course for all high schools in Berkeley County School District.
So I'm going to ask that we're approving the actually curriculum now, but the money we'll approve in next year's budget. So it'll be we'll have to prioritize and line item the money for the budget. So this approval is for the academic piece of it. Okay.
So on our list here, I'm looking, and the only high school not listed is Philip Simmons. Are we
And-
still going to house it at Philip Simmons as well?
The reason for that is because if the school has a mechatronics program, we are able to offer it there with the current equipment. And with Philip Simmons, it will not be offered the first year because they're 9th, 10th, and it will be 11th grade. This is going to be a senior level course.
Okay. So, and I probably should have asked this with the last one as well. Will the students, when they graduate high school, will they have a certification of some sort that they can take with them?
Absolutely. So they will have what's called the let me look at the actual certification. It's a CPT, but it is the Certified Production Specialist. I think it's MCSP. They have a different acronym for it. But when they graduate within it, they have several different credentials. So they'll do OSHA, they'll do NCCER, they'll do some lean manufacturing, and then they'll do the Certified Production Technician within it, a CPT. But they will walk out of our door more prepared than other students. So when the resume hits the table in front of our employers, whether it's Volvo, Mercedes, Boeing, Bosch, our kids will have that top shelf look before others.
Fantastic.
I have a quick question. What about Goose Creek High School?
So Goose Creek will have it. We're in the process of making their program shine right now. We're having to do some renovations, but they're going to have this as an opportunity as well.
Any other discussion? We will now call the question. All those in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
All those who are opposed, respond by saying nay. The motion is approved.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Are there any motions for the Academics and Innovative Committee to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn.
I second. The Academics and Innovation Committee is adjourned.